I want to begin with an image of a trap. Not a steel trap, not a trap set by someone else, but a trap built by your own hands. You call her for the third time in the day. She does not pick up. You text. There is no response. You begin to explain, defend, even beg for attention. And what is in your head at that moment? You think you are expressing affection. You think you are proving that you care. But in reality, you are doing something completely different. You are placing your self-worth into the hands of another person. And that is exactly when attraction begins to die. 99% of men over 45 years old make the same mistake. When a relationship begins to crack, what do? They call more, they explain more, they try to prove their value, and then everything collapses faster than they think. I have witnessed it, not once, not twice. Dozens of men I know have gone through that loop. The more they try, the more they lose. The more they explain, the more they are alienated. And psychological science explained this a long time ago. Today I will speak straight, no beating around the bush, no empty consolations. And at the end of the video, I will reveal a secret. A depth psychology secret that few people talk about. The thing making a woman unable to stop thinking about you, even when the two of you are in the most silent phase. Stay until the end, you will not regret it. But first, I need to make one thing clear. What I share today is based on healthy psychology, specifically the ideas of Carl Jung. This video does not apply to relationships with physical or mental abuse. If you are in that situation, seek professional support immediately. We are here to build strength and edge, not to tolerate disrespect. All right, let us begin. The first thing I want to talk about is the silent space. In English, people call it the power of absence. Listen to this very carefully. When you are always present, you become air. No one appreciates air until they are suffocating. That is not philosophy. That is the physiology of the human brain. When you disappear from her radar, what happens? Her brain begins to ask questions. What is he doing? Where is he? Why is he not contacting? You are no longer a given. You become a mystery. And humans, especially women, are drawn to things that have not been decoded yet. I know what you are thinking, but if I am silent, she will think I do not care. No, wrong. If you are silent from the position of a man with edge, she will feel the weight of that absence. But if you are silent because of anger or wanting to punish, that is a different story. I am talking about conscious silence. The silence of a person who knows he has value. The person who does not need to explain or prove it. Stop explaining. Stop begging. Let silence speak for you. Now to the second thing, and this is the part many men do not want to hear. Carl Jung had a concept called the anima. The anima is the ideal image of the woman that each man carries in his own soul. This is an image created from the mother, from first loves, from movies, from imagination. And when you meet a woman who makes your heart beat faster, what do? You project that anima image onto her. You do not love her truly, you love the image you created of her. And that is why it hurts so much when she does not respond to your expectations, because she can never become that image. No one can. I do not say this to hurt you, I say this to liberate you. When you withdraw that projection, a miracle happens. You see her for who she truly is. A normal human being with strengths and weaknesses, not a savior, not the person filling the emptiness inside you. And when you stop hungering for affection, you no longer behave like a person begging. You return to being yourself, and that is the man a woman truly wants to be with. The third thing is what I call emotional sovereignty. I will speak straight. Emotional dependence is poison. When you let your happiness depend on another person, you are no longer a partner, you become a burden. I do not say this to judge you. I say it because I have seen it break good relationships. Imagine you are an empty cup. You constantly hold out your hand, begging others to pour water in, day after day. At first, people still want to pour because of affection, because of care. But gradually, no one has enough water to pour forever into a cup that is never full. You must be the person who pours to fill yourself up first. That does not mean you are not allowed to have needs. You are human. You have the right to need connection, affection, companionship. But that must be a choice, not something you cannot live without. That difference changes everything. And now, the fourth thing. This is the hardest part, and also the most important part. Jung called it the shadow. Each of us carries a shadow. It is the dark part of yourself that you learned to hide since childhood. Anger, fear, the feeling of not being good enough, unhealed pain, and when you refuse to look into that shadow, it will control you from behind. You think you are acting out of love, but actually you are acting out of fear. Fear of being abandoned, fear of not being good enough, fear of being alone. And that fear makes you behave without edge, jealous for no reason, controlling subconsciously, exploding in anger over small things. She does not see your pain. She only sees your behavior. The only way to escape that loop is to stop and sit down with your shadow, not to defeat it, not to erase it, but to understand it. When you no longer fear the darkness inside yourself, others will see you as grounded to an inexplicable degree. That is true attraction, not perfection, but wholeness. Now I want to talk about the scientific foundation behind all this. Carl Jung has a theory called individuation. Jung said that the true goal of life is not to become perfect, but to become whole. Perfection is having no flaws. Wholeness is accepting both the light and darkness in yourself. And true attraction, according to Jung, comes from a man who has integrated both parts. Not a man who never hurts, but a man who knows he is hurting and still stands firm. Not a man who is never afraid, but a man who looks straight at fear and steps forward. That is something that no money, no appearance, no status can buy. In addition, modern psychology also clearly distinguishes between two very different states in a relationship. One is attachment, the bond arising from the fear of loss. The other is alignment, the harmony arising from inner peace. When you attach from fear, you control, you monitor, you set conditions. When you align from peace, you are present, you listen, you attract. A woman can feel that difference, not by reason, but by instinct. And here is the awakening moment that I want you to truly stop to contemplate. When you spend all your energy to change the partner, what happens to you? You lose focus on yourself, you lose your goals, you lose your independence of thought. Gradually, you are no longer the man she was once attracted to. You become a person with no identity of your own, a ghost existing only around her orbit. Jung has a quote I always remember. He said that a tree wanting to reach heaven must have its roots grow deep into hell. You cannot have a healthy relationship if you have not dared to confront your own solitude. Solitude is not a punishment, it is a school, and only those who graduate from that school are truly ready to love. So what do you do now? I will give you 4 specific steps, not theory, but practical action. Step 1. Spend at least 30 days focusing absolutely on yourself, not to punish her, not to prove anything, but to regain your own standards. Go back to career, health, passions you abandoned. When you have a life worth living, you no longer cling to anyone. Step 2. Write a dialogue journal with your shadow. Every time you feel jealous or want to control, do not act immediately. Write down this question: where does this emotion come from inside me? Not blaming her, not defending yourself, just asking and listening to the answer from within. You will be surprised with what you find. Step 3. Practice conscious silence in arguments. Before you react, stop for 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds, but those 3 seconds change everything. Calmness during stress is not weakness. It is the greatest strength you can express. A woman does not want a man who never gets angry. She wants a man who can manage his anger. Those are 2 very different things. Step 4. Date yourself. It sounds strange, but try it. A meal alone at a restaurant you like, a short trip alone, an afternoon reading, jogging, or doing anything just for you. Learn to enjoy your own presence. When you no longer fear being alone, love will never be a trade or a bargain again. And now, here is the psychological secret I promised at the beginning of the video. The thing making a woman unable to stop thinking about you is not romance, not gifts, not sweet words. It is the mystery coming from a man who is completely fine when not needing her. Not cold, not distant, but a man who has his own life, his own standards, and never has to bow down to get attention. When you walk into a room without needing anyone to look, people will look at you. That is the paradox of attraction. The more you let go of the need to be noticed, the more priceless you become. And the message I want to send to you today is just one sentence. Stop trying to fix others. Go back to mastering your own life. True love is not possession. It is the companionship of two free souls. And only when you have enough edge to be alone, that is when you are truly ready to love. If this video touches something inside you, hit like and share right now. Subscribe to the Femina Mind channel to not miss the next depth psychology analyses, and leave a comment with the words "I master" below. That is your declaration, and the way for me to know that you are ready to enter this journey. We will go deeper into the dark and light layers of the human soul together in the next videos. And before I end, I want to leave you with a single question. If right at this moment, she completely disappears from your life, what do you have left to live for yourself?